Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. I'll just be having a good time growing in the Lord every day. I just be to myself, meditating, and I just gravitate and elevate to God. I remove myself from chaos, negativity, and drama. Honey, I just draw close unto the Lord. You just draw close unto God. You just want to get closer and closer to God. You just want to remove yourself from the world so much so that you can just turn back and just look at the world. You ain't even a part of it. You are transformed by a renewing of your mind. Those old ways are passed away. You don't even think that way. Don't even look that way. Don't even act that way. We growing in God for a better way. About Monday night. About Monday night. It was some evil going on Monday night that spilled over into Tuesday, where people just allow evil to take over them. And I'm telling you, whether you agree with Second Amendment rights or you disagree with Second Amendment rights, the one thing that we can agree on is something is very, very wrong. When you can't even send a child to school, something is very, very wrong. Now, they've already taken God out of school. So now what? You've taken God out of school. Now what? God ain't in school. God is love. See, what you need to do is take religion out of school. Doctrination and inclination. Take that out of school. We don't need different religions going back and forth. What we need is what we have. And that's one God, and God is love. We are all different. Each one of us. All different here on this earth. Different skin, one love, one God who created us. We all, it's like I saw a father explain to his young child. He put some salt and pepper on a styrofoam plate. And he said this plate like represents the earth. This salt and pepper, they here together. They represent the seasoning of the earth. So what I want you to do is take this salt and pepper and separate it. And she looked at it, she said, but Daddy, I can't. He said, right. He said, so they here together. So see, what they got to do, they got to co-mingle. They got to mingle here and live together. They just the seed. Then you add the other seasoning in, the nutmeg, cinnamon, paprika. Add those other seeds. You got some ginger. Add those other seasoning in. We don't need to fire up the situation. We don't need the pepper. We don't need the red pepper. We don't need that. We got the black pepper down here. We got some seed. We ain't trying to set nothing on fire here, because the world is on fire enough. So see, once you add all them seeds together, you can't separate them seeds. They already in there. They already there in the world, in the earth. The earth, we seasoning of the earth. We here to pollinate the earth. We here to grow. We are here to grow. That's why we are here. And ain't nobody here no better than anybody else here. Nobody. We all the same here. You can't do nothing no different than I can't do. Matter of fact, look here. A woman can grow to lift the world. Ain't nothing weak about a woman. They say a woman can't do, she can't do that, can't do that. No, I'm not a woman. No, A woman can grow to lift the world. What they don't know is what they will know. Grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's what it is. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. And that's what we here to do. We here to rise. We here to grow. We here to sow. We here to live. On to the breakthrough. The love, peace, and soul train headed your way, honey. I'm telling you, coming to a city near you. So what you got to do, What you got to do is just grow to God each and every day for your breakthrough. No matter how you stumble, no matter how you trip, don't fall. Hold on to God, because God is the comforter. That's what you do as you grow. You just wrap yourself up in God. Just like you got to do, you know how you got to tie a plant up, make it stand up straight. You want that plant to grow up straight. You don't want that plant to grow all droopy all over. No, we don't want to be like that. We don't want to be, oh God, ooh, I'm drooped over. No, stand up straight. You got the Spirit of God within you. Wrap that up around you. Come on now. Grab that. I know you're going to need a lot of peace nowadays, so don't just put it on your shoes. Bring it on up. Bring that peace on up, honey. You're going to need the whole armor just everywhere. Just put the whole armor all around you everywhere. Be on the defense. Come at them with love. Because they're going to come at you with something else. They're going to come at you another way. They're going to come at you crazy. Especially when you get to doing some stinking thinking about Monday night. When you get to doing some drinking and then some stinking thinking. And there goes that. When you get to drinking and stinking thinking, then you get to say some bold stuff. You just go put it out there. What they say about alcohol is the liquid truth. You make you want to say some stuff, put some stuff out there. I'm going to put that out there. Okay, what about that? I can top it off. And about Monday night, next thing you know, they wrestling over a loaded pistol. Husband and wife. Wrestling over a loaded pistol. It was her gun. They been married 5 months, hon. They wrestling over a loaded pistol. Then she takes the gun and wraps him upside the head. Hey, wait a minute. Cut it out. Stop. Hold up. Because he held her captive for about an hour. Wouldn't let her get near her phone. Wouldn't let her get nothing. And she slipped away and got to the pistol. Grabbed the pistol. Trying to get him out the way. Trying to make him leave. They wrestling over. The police come out. The gun ain't even his. The gun is hers. He done had a domestic violence situation. I thought the idea was to get the guns off the streets. They gave him the gun. Say, don't give it back to her. Because they had put her in handcuffs. All because they see this injury. They fighting and tussling over the gun. But they left him with the gun. So, in other words, basically, you gave him a license to kill. And then he turned around and asked his wife for the bullets to the gun. After the police left, let me have the bullets. What is that? Where do they do that at? Is this what marriages came down to? This what love is? First of all, we're going to let alcohol take over our life, our vision, everything. We got to have a drink every day. I used to. I used to think that my problems were going to be at the end of the empty bottle. But one thing I didn't realize was that bottle, that glass was never going to be empty until I put it on the shelf, until I decided for myself. My life is better than that. I don't need no alcohol to lead me down that path, because that's what alcohol does. It's a gateway. It's just a gateway to lead you on down the wrong way. See, because you allow alcohol to just go ahead and take over. That's with anything that you allow to take over. Anything that you allow to take over you will take over you. That includes evil. That includes anything. That includes anyone. What you need to do is allow God to take over you, hon. Allow God to show you the way to get to the breakthrough. Allow God to be the keys to your happiness. See, when you find happiness within yourself, you happy, honey. When you can find happiness within yourself and not have to go look around and try to find happiness within someone else. You got to have somebody to in order to be happy. And then you got to make them conform and fit to what you want them to be. And they going to do that for a little while. And then eventually, they going to want to be who they really are. They going to want to come out that box you done put them in. You done fitted them all down in this little perfect box just the way you wanted them to be. Oh, yeah, oh, look, I'm telling you, ooh, if you'd have seen him before and if you'd have seen him in the end, it was as different as night and day. He was so quiet and so nice, never said nothing. Oh, they marveled at him. Mr. Brian Hunt. They marveled at him. But honey, in the end, he had drove everybody away. Because he had an agenda. People come in relationships with agendas. You need to watch out for them about Monday night. People come into relationships with agendas. Not all. Or bad. People have good agendas. Some marriages last. They go through some tough times, some rough periods, some rocky times together. And that's how it's meant to be. Together. You are one in God. See, when you stood there at that altar, it was you, the pastor, and God. And God's there to do a service. But it's just you and God. That's all who's supposed to be in that marriage is you and God, not other folks. Ain't nobody else supposed to be in that marriage. It's supposed to be about love and respect, love and happiness. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. What are you going to allow to take over you? Good versus evil. Evil ain't nothing but the devil with a D. It's evil with a D. That's what it is. Evil with a D. The devil ain't nothing but evil with a D. And evil is with a D. Devil. Whatever. However way you switch it up. Is all part of the mess of the spiritual warfare that's out there. That tries to snare us up. That tries to snatch us up. Whether it be to draw us off into some chaos, negativity, and drama, some he say, she say, there you go with that. Or some other stuff, here come oppression this way. Somebody done had a bad day. The world done turned their heart cold. It's some lost souls walking around here. And now I don't know, just how, whatever fence you on. I'm telling you something, because I'm not part of the political game. I'm not in politics anymore. I'm neither, I'm just not in it. I see it though. I watch it. I'm looking at it, just like everybody else. But my focus is on the solution. My focus is on God. See, because it's beyond man. It's beyond what man can do. Because you see it, they up there and they can't do anything anyway. You got all these school shootings. You got people just, she probably was a nice day. And she probably propped the door open. It's the last day of school. The last day of school. What harm is coming in there on the last couple days of school? They about a couple days left of school. She wanted some fresh air. What's wrong with that? They used to do that all the time when I was growing up. I understand these are different times, but that was the last thing that she would thought that was headed that way. Some evil coming that way into a school. Tuesday was a very sad day. And even though we need to turn our eyes and grow, We also got to remember these little legends and their two guardian angels who were there to watch over them and to protect them till it was time to turn them back to their parents who lost their lives. I grow for them. I grow for them. I think on them. I think on the children who have lost their lives, who cannot go to school. All these school shootings. I mean, it's so many school shootings. But you look at other countries. What are they doing? Let's look at them. See, they always look to the United States. It's time the United States look to them. What are they doing? What can we do? Something's wrong. Something is definitely wrong because school shootings shouldn't be happening. So we can all agree on that. Something is wrong. So since we can agree on something is wrong, let's start there and let's go down a little bit. What can we do to fix it? There. What can we do to fix it? Background checks wouldn't help this situation. A background check wouldn't help that situation. He was 18 years old. He had never had trouble. Never got in trouble, so I can say that. He had never got in trouble. 18 years old, worked fast food, staying with his grandparents. Seemed like a model kid. But something snapped. Something went wrong somewhere. So background check wouldn't help that situation. I understand in Texas, when you turn 18, you can go legally buy what he just went and bought. And that's what he went and did. In Texas, some laws need to be changed. Some things need to be a little bit different. So we can start there. Start the conversation there. Honey, it's time to grow because you can see some things are wrong. Okay, so now about Monday night. A couple days later, she asked for the gun back. It was her gun. He said, yes, it's on top of the refrigerator. He gave it to her, and she took both guns out the house. So there are no more loaded weapons in the house. So when they get angry or upset, the weapons are gone. So there's that. Glory be to God for that, because I was praying on that situation. Less guns, more love. Less guns, more love. Less guns, more love. Less guns, more love. God is love. God is good. Sow love in every neighborhood. Sow love all around you. Sow love and grow for the breakthrough. Sow a sweet sauna of love that you can just fall back on. Just love all around. Bring family back together. It's time again to start having family reunions. Grab you some garlic, honey. Get you some chopped garlic for that cold and flu. They've been eating garlic for thousands of years. I'm telling you what to do. Eat you some garlic. If you got a toothache, eat some garlic. You got pain, aches. Pain is a sign of something wrong. You may need to check a doctor out for that. But I'm telling you what to do for a cold or a flu. Eat some chopped garlic. Not garlic powder or garlic salt, but eat chopped garlic. I love you. God bless you as you grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom all over the world.